Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going over the 3 best shiny hunting methods for the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. I'm going to try my best to break these down as easy as possible, but they are just simply the best shiny hunting methods right now for the Legends ZA DLC. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So starting things off, I just wanted to quickly go over this because there are some sort of shiny boosts that you can get from donuts in the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. We just don't know the right recipes for them yet. But when we do, the methods that I'm going to go over in today's video, the shiny donuts will just make them even better because the methods are going to stay the same when we find out these recipes. It's just you're going to go into these methods with better shiny odds. It is something to do with the sweetness of the donut, so if I just click a Cassib berry 8 times, she will eventually say in the top right in a speech bubble that shiny Pokemon just do prefer sweet donuts. But like I say, we just don't have the recipes yet. But when we do get them, I'll make a video about it because it is just going to make shiny hunting even better. It's very similar to sandwiches in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You just literally get like a shiny boost. We just don't know the right recipes yet. But I just wanted to quickly go over that because when we do finally get the recipes, it's just going to make the methods that I'm going to show in today's video that much better. Okay, so here we are at a hyperspace wild zone. Now, the guinea pig Pokemon that I'm going to use for today's video is Trico, just because the Hoenn starters all have really, really good shiny Pokemon. So, method 1 is just simply fast traveling back and forth to the hyperspace wild zone once you enter. Now, this only affects the Pokemon that are around you when you go into the hyperspace wild zone in that 50-meter radius, just like they would when you fast travel to any wild zone in the base game of Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, the issue with this is that it's just all completely RNG. You could go into this hyperspace wild zone hoping to spawn next to some Trico, but you could end up spawning next to some Badoo or Bellsprout. So this is still a good shiny hunting method if you get lucky with the spawns around you when you go into a hyperspace wild zone. But if you don't get good spawns, it's not really the greatest method. So we're going to show you what I mean by that right now. So I'm going to go into the hyperspace wild zone. Just going to use a 2-star donut so I get 7 minutes in here. And then all he's going to do is munch on that donut. And then we're going to skip past this. And then I'm going to spawn into this hyperspace wild zone. And we're going to see what Pokemon are around me. So you will always spawn in with some Pokemon near you. You just have to, like I say, get lucky with the Pokemon. Unfortunately for me, I get Bellsprout. It's not exactly the Pokemon that I want to shiny hunt. So obviously I wouldn't do this method if I was going for the Trico. But let's say Trico did spawn there. All you're going to do is just simply keep fast traveling back and forth to the wild zone. And those Bellsprout or anything in a 50-meter radius will change every single time. So obviously they're all there behind that corner. You get a decent amount as well. You get like 4 or 5. In fact, there's some Badoo over there as well, so they'll get affected. Like I say, anything in a 50-meter radius will get affected by that fast travel spawn. Unfortunately, you can't place a pin in the hyperspace wild zone, which is a massive shame. But like I say, this method, very self-explanatory. You're just basically fast traveling just like you would to any wild zone in the base game of Pokemon Legends ZA, but it will only affect the Pokemon in a 50-meter radius. So basically everything you can see when you spawn in are the Pokemon that are going to get affected by this method. Like I say, not the greatest method, but it is something that if you do spawn in next to something really good that you want to shiny hunt, then it's probably the best method for that. But either way, that's method 1 for the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. The second shiny hunting method that I want to go over in today's video is very, very simple as well. All you have to do is when you go into the wild zone, just save the game, and then after that, you're just going to literally run around the wild zone and then just respawn and despawn the Pokemon. Because of course, just like we do in the normal base game, as soon as they are out of range, 70 meters, they will despawn. So let's say I go and try and find these Trico wherever they are. Just going to run past all of these items and stuff. Don't need to break any of the Pokeballs. So obviously Trico is here. So all I'm going to do is literally just spawn in those Trico. And as you can see, we have what? Level 113 male, 112 male, 112 female there. I'm just going to run back and just despawn them and respawn them. Because even though you don't have a pin, you can just run all the way around. And you know you can obviously just keep getting new Trico in every single time. So I'm going to run back here. It should have respawned and despawned them. I can't really even remember the levels and stuff, but they're all over different new places. 13, 12, 11, so obviously that one's changed as well. So that's one way you can do it, and of course the timer will go down, but as long as you save it at the start of the wild zone when you go in and you don't do anything else, once your timer is about to go down to 0 and you're about to get kicked out of the wild zone, you just soft reset the game and then you reload it, and then you'll have that berry timer all the way back. So it is literally just respawning these Pokemon over and over again, just like you would in the base game. But of course, you get your timer back every time you do reset. And I've just found a shiny Trico. There's no way I've just there's no way, by the way, that I've just found a shiny Trico. That is taking the piss. There is absolutely no way. Bro, that was that was one reset. There's no way I just got a shiny Trico. Bro, I'm literally reacting to this right now. That is stupid. That is absolutely stupid. We'll bloody take it, though. We'll absolutely bloody take... Shiny Trico. You are having a giggle, man. I cannot believe that. Shiny Trico. That's so stupid. What? Why? That's so stupid. Oh, my God. Shiny Trico. That is crazy, by the way. Shiny Trico. No way. You can't make it up. You generally can't make it up. At least we know the shiny hunting method works. Oh, my God. Shiny Trico. Literally cannot believe that. That is absolutely mind-boggling. That's absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe I've just found a shiny tree. That was literally one reset. Bro. I mean, when you looks up, you looks up. But that's not even the best method that I was going to show today, but I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I cannot believe we just found a shiny Trico. That's absolutely ridiculous. We'll bloody take it. We'll absolutely take it. But yeah, I mean, that's the second method for shiny hunting Pokemon in Pokémon Legends ZA. And it bloody works because there's a shiny Trico on your screen right now. So, the third and final method that I wanted to go over in today's video is the respawn and despawn method, but by soft resetting the game. Now, this is also something that you can do in the different wild zones in the base game of Pokémon Legends ZA, but you do need a donut that is at least 5 minutes long. So obviously all your different donuts will have different timers and stuff like that. But if you have one under 5 minutes, this won't work because it's going to take 3 minutes for a Pokemon to respawn back in. So basically all you have to do is go over to a horde of whichever Pokemon you're trying to shiny hunt. This is, I think, the best method personally, even though I've just got a shiny with the other method. I think this is probably the most consistent method. But all you're going to do is you're going to find the Pokemon that you obviously want to shiny hunt. Now, there should be 4 Trico here, but obviously I've just found a shiny, so I'm not going to have one there. So I'm just going to have to deal with the 3 here. So I've saved it here. So once you've located the Pokemon that you're going to want to shiny hunt, you need to use a Pokemon with a good AoE move because you need to knock them all out at the exact same time, because when they respawn in, that's when you're going to be soft resetting for the shiny. So let's just use Charizard here. I don't know if they're close enough for an Earthquake, unfortunately. What I can do, actually, is I can just attack all of them because it won't knock them out. So I can crunch you. I can crunch you, because I need them to aggro me, just to make the EQ definitely knock them all out. So I need to crunch you. The Leech Seed isn't ideal, but they're all aggroed now, so I'm going to Mega Evolve. And then hopefully this Trico comes over here, and when it does, I can knock them all out with an Earthquake. Even with the Leech Seed, I just need it to come over here. It just keeps Leech Seeding me from afar, which isn't ideal. Okay, so now they're all together. I'm going to Earthquake. I was going to knock them all out. I'm going to save it because I've got them all, like, knocked out. And then once they go down, that's when you're going to want to start your timer. So now I'm going to set a timer. I think Trico is about 1 minute 45 seconds for the respawn. All of the Pokemon are different, which is a little bit annoying. You kind of need to find it out. Cerebi did have a page for the base game, so I'm assuming they'll update that and have one for the hyperspace wild zones as well. But until we get that, you're just going to have to work it out. So just do one timer, see when it respawns, and then obviously you'll know how long it's going to be, depending on how long you have left on that timer, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure it's about 1 minute 45 for Trico. So I'm going to save it at around 1 minute 41, 1 minute 42, just before the Trico spawns in. Okay, so it's coming up about now to the time that I need to save the game. So you're going to see the Tricos respawning very, very soon. And then there you go. There they are. So I was about a few seconds off there. But now all I need to do is every single time I reset the game, those Tricos will be brand new spawns. Sometimes you'll get 2, sometimes you'll get 3. Like I say, you want to save it as close as them to spawning as possible. So I was a little bit off there, so I'm going to save it again like now, because that will obviously be closer to the Tricos respawning. And they'll be here any second. There you are. So that was pretty much spot on. So these 2 Tricos are different every single time. So we've got a level 111 female there, level 113 female there as well. So I'm just going to reset. So 2 females, which is actually quite lucky. I think it's like 1 in 8 chance for female starters. So level 111, level 113 females. You will see this time I restart the game, they will be different Pokemon. So as you can see, it's level 113 male and 112 male. And again, sometimes you'll get 2, sometimes you'll get 3. Obviously, I've already caught one of them because of the shiny that I found earlier. But yeah, you'll have more spawns usually. So this can be applied to any Pokemon in any hyperspace wild zone. You just need to work out how long it takes for them to respawn. But again, you can just do that once with a timer, and then obviously you'll know next time how long it takes. And like I say, they just are different every single time. We've had different females, different males, different levels, stuff like that. And every single time you reset, you're just going to get new Pokemon. So this is why I think it's the most consistent method, because you don't have to worry about the wild zone disappearing or anything like that. It's just going to be constantly a new reset every single time. So the more spawns you get, the better. But this is probably, in my opinion, the best method right now. But like I say, once we work out the shiny donuts, all of these methods just become a lot better, because that donut will apply to these Pokemon every single time. So let's say it makes the odds like 1 in 500 with the shiny donut. Every single time you reset for these Trico, it'll then be a 1 in 500. So that's kind of what I'm getting at there. But either way, I still think this is the best method. But those are the 3 methods that I can really think of right now for the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. If there's any more, I'll definitely make a video on it. But right now, that's going to be everything for today. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell, let me know which shiny Pokemon you found so far. And until next time, peace.